Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is Yukitsu Times, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something just a little bit different, playing a little bit of FTL. Basically this is going to be relaxing with Yukitsu. I'm just going to play relaxing, simple games that aren't going to stress me out too much. Might be thinking that FTL isn't really the best idea for that sort of thing, because it can be really frustrating if you just get something really BS, but I don't really care, it's just fun. So, let's see how things go. Naming my crew after myself and my friends here. Just gonna go on normal. Got the standard ship going here just for this one. Don't want to have to worry too much. I just realized I forgot to change the gender of the first guy, so now I'm a woman. Well, I'll deal with it. For now, turning burst laser 1 on and auto fire on. Looking around the map, I can get to a nebula down here, sort of swing around, so I'll do that. Nebulas are a good idea. They make it so that you can sort of get a lot of time out here before the rebels catch up to you, get more stuff. Here, some rebels are attacking an outpost. He's got a missile and he's got a small laser here. I'm not going to be too worried about this one, so I'm not going to waste an Artemis on it. They'll deal a little bit of damage that I can't avoid from that missile, but their laser can't actually kill me unless they missile my shields, which would be very unfortunate. So hopefully he'll miss that missile. No, he took out my camera, but I took out both his weapons, so it's a fair trade in all honesty. I mean, you know, I need to see and he needs to be able to shoot me. Now, since I can't dodge anything, I may as well put my pilot, get me over there, start repairing that. Gonna keep on those weapons since they probably almost repaired them. And basically just disable weapons, disable shields, and enemy ships is easy meat. From here I'm going to wipe out this so they can't dodge, and that'll probably be just about it. They'll survive one more burst after this, but you know, whatever. No problems. I don't actually know how many crew they have, but they haven't actually repaired anything, so this is a little bit peculiar. Taking 1 point of damage from this fight, nothing too big. Easy. I got 3 fuel, drone part, scrap, and they were attacking a station. The station gave me 3 fuel, 11 scrap, so 1 jump, I'm already up to 38 scrap. Very good, very good. These all look pretty much equal, so I'm gonna start here since that'll let me see if there's a shop or a distress beacon to my right. This is a very interesting looking place. Ooh, scrap 9 and a free hull beam. Now, hull beams are actually not that great. It's 1 damage and a little bit extra on every system, but if I upgraded my weapons, I could use that to deal a little bit of damage. Now, there's a store up there, but I don't have enough money to go to it, so I'm just gonna go down to here for now. Hopefully I'll be able to swing around the bottom from here, I'm not really sure. Another attack on an outpost. So, just going to use the... Ooh. I'm going to want to use a little bit of a stronger maneuver against this ship. They've got some heavy firepower here. Fortunately, they're laser missed, so that's going to avoid damage here. Just want to take out their shields and then fire on their weapons immediately. They've taken out my O2. I don't need shields right now since all their weapons are down. I'm just going to use burst laser on their engines. Now, AI-controlled ships like this, auto-assault ship, doesn't actually have a crew, so they take a long time to repair everything. Here I've got fuel, a drone part, and scrap. The outpost, again, fuel 2, missile 1, scrap 12. So I've got a lot of scrap for like 3 jumps. I forget what I've done, really. Get that oxygen back online so I don't die of asphyxiation. Get Kregan back on the shields. Everyone's still in good health. And our ship's still pretty good. It's still pretty much full health. From here, yes, I can make it down here. I'm gonna go visit down here. I think I can make it. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay. Well, let's turn off this. Turn on that. And open all the doors. Just open all the doors. Okay, I'm in a solar system. What's going to happen is there will be a big flare, all of my systems will light on fire, and hopefully what will happen is it'll get vented out into space without any real problems. If something worst were to happen is there would be a fire in one of these rooms, at which point I would be utterly hosed. So I need to kill this guy post-haste so that my shields stay up, so that I take less damage. I've got a guy who's jumped in, he's attacking my O2. Fortunately, he's forced to run back into there. I'm gonna run my guy from shields into here. Got his shields with my Artemis. This is a high intensity battle, by contrast to most other things that I have to do. Now I've got two people in my weapons room to try and stop this douchebag. Okay. Get Kragan in here. Now the solar flare is coming. Good. The fire is in non-critical rooms that have ventilation, so fire gets vented out in space. Now I just need to charge my FTL drive until I can jump out of here. And once I've done that, I can jump to somewhere hopefully safe. Let's get here. Got out of there just before that solar flare. Oh, out of the frying pan into the fire. Okay, well, I need to close all these doors. My door system's been shut off. I think I'm in trouble. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with this the old-fashioned way for a little bit here. Turn on the Artemis. Shields. I'll get a burst laser volley off before that happens. But I just want to kill this guy as quickly as possible since I want to get out of this asteroid field. There, he's caused some damage to my weapons, or I've damaged his weapons. Field 2, drone parts 1, scrap 9. That's not really that great an offer, so I'll keep firing. Turn off the Artemis though, since I don't need that anymore. His shields and his weapons are disabled, so I'll fire away, and that's that. Okay, at this point, what I kind of need is for my crew to somehow repair this without dying. So, let's get you into the med bay. Get all of you into the shield room. Close all of my doors. Oops. Okay, the asteroid shouldn't be able to destroy me, so I just have to wait it out a little bit. Once I've got enough oxygen everywhere, I can get these guys into the med bay. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, the dog was just barking. Once I've got everyone healed up, I'll be able to go fix my engine room and get everyone back in their stations. So, healed up, let's get Kragan. Kragan was doing weapons? No, Kragan was doing shields, so I'll send him back in there. And I'll send Dusk over to the engine room since he's closer as the weapons technician. I've got time, so I can just wait until these are fixed and my oxygen's back up to 100%. It's best to get all these repairs done before your next jump if you're somewhere safe. Asteroid fields are relatively safe, so long as you've got your shields. If you've got your shields up, they deal no damage. I'm not actually sure if you get any experience on your shield officer, but it'd be nice if you did. Anyhow, that's that jump. I can go into this nebula now. And 3 disasters in a row. What are the odds? Okay, so my opponent has got this little drone here that prevents me from using my hull beam. My Artemis missiles. Looking at their loadout, all they've got is that level 1 laser, so I can turn off my engines here. I'm going to have to turn off my oxygen for a little while, which might seem rash, and it is, but I don't have any other means of dealing damage to their ship without that, so once I've disabled that, and I've disabled potentially their weapon system, I'll turn my oxygen back on and switch over to the Artemis maybe, if I can get their drone control as well. Let's see what I can do. Actually no, I didn't deal quite enough damage there. But I have one thing that I can rely on, is that my opponent can't actually deal any damage to me. So I can always turn off my stuff for a little while, turn the oxygen back on, and then work on something else. As long as I keep my shields up, I should be okay. See, my oxygen's fallen down to 37%, so I'm going to have to turn my weapons off after this burst. I'm going to accept their offer just because it's I need to turn my oxygen back on. Okay. and everything's relatively okay. I didn't get very much from that since you don't want to let your opponent surrender where you don't have to, but I was worried that he was going to run away if I waited too long. Once my oxygen climbs back up to about 70%, I'll make the jump into the next set of nebula. Hopefully it won't be another ion storm. These things are pretty annoying. They're not actually as catastrophic as they could be, but I mean, you know, pretty annoying anyway. They have the number of power bars that you have access to. As you can see, these are all shut down, so I couldn't use very many systems. It's always a difficult thing to worry about. Okay, I'm at 75% energy, so I'm going to jump into the next section of the nebula. Into another one of these. Okay, I'm going to make the search. Usually it's just going to be a little bit of damage. If I fail... Ooh, I got an unconscious passenger join my crew. I got 3 fuel, drone part, 7 scrap. That's pretty lucky. Ooh, a Rockman. Very nice. I'm gonna go put him in the engine room. Rockmen aren't actually great as engine room technicians, but like that's the room that I've got available, basically. I've got some time that I want to use to explore a little bit further out, but I don't have necessarily much room to maneuver here. I might have to do a relatively early jump. I think I can get there, and then to the exit, so... Let's give that a shot. I see a rebel trade ship, so I'm going to go attack it. They're trying to escape. That's pretty standard for them. Those flighty buggers. This one, again, can't actually hurt me, but since he's trying to run, I need to deal damage to him right away. So let's get this online, get this online. Actually, he's got... unfortunate. Okay, so instead of focusing a missile, since he's got a missile defense drone, I can't actually damage him that way. I'm going to move my power over to the burst laser. I'm going to move an energy or a point over to that just so my pilot gains a little bit more experience. And I'm just going to keep working on this engine so that they can't make their jump. If they make the jump, then I don't gain anything from it. If I kill them here, then I get a bunch of scrap and a bunch of other goodies. I'm going to take out their pilot next. They can't dodge, so I don't have to worry about their shields as much, and they can't hurt me, so this is basically just me being a complete dick. Enemy FTL delayed, that's excellent. Enemy FTL still delayed. I'm just going to keep alternating back and forth. They definitely can't repair them both well enough to get going here. Let's see if they'll surrender or offer anything. Nope, so I'm going to go try and kill them. One more hit will do it. Now, at this point, if I hadn't delayed their FTL, they would have been able to make the jump, because I'm able to make the jump, so... Aim for engines when they're going to run. I got a drone part and 18 scrap from them. Pretty good. There's a distress beacon way up here, but I don't think I can get it in time. Wave there, if I go up there... I don't think I can make it, so I'm just going to straight here. Huh, more of these. Now, I might be able to deal more damage in this case using the hull beam. Let me just check something. Yeah, I deal more damage with the hull beam since it goes across 4 systems here. I should be going across a system that includes your weapons. The thing about beams is that you have to drag them in the correct way so that they'll deal the most damage. Now this is an unshielded ship, which is why I can get away with this. If it were a shielded ship, the hull beam would hit the shields and deal no damage and wouldn't damage the shields either. The advantage, again, of fighting these things, though, is that, like, they don't have any... Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, Rockman, get in there. Rockman has an advantage, he's immune to fire. So, at this point, things are okay. Oh, no, they're not okay. They just tore a hole in my engine room. With the O2 out, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Shields are back online, so I'm safe now. Get the O2 back online. Get these 2 in here to repair this as quickly as possible. Once that hole's fixed, get them over to the med bay. Actually, I can afford to fix this first, I think. Okay. And that's everybody relatively okay here. The shields are going to be able to hold against these asteroids, and I think I'm ready to jump to the exit pretty much soon. Have to turn this on. Now that could have been pretty catastrophic because the oxygen just was on fire. If that had stayed on fire, I would have been in an awful lot of trouble. Thank goodness I've got these rockmen immune to fire. Okay, so he's going to head on over there. And I can make the jump now. I can get to here and then the exit, so I'll do that. With any luck, I won't run into any more asteroid fields or solar flares. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. So if I destroy this one, I'll get a reward of some sort from the space station. Turn that off, turn on Artemis. This guy looks like he's got pretty... Actually, no, I don't have to use an Artemis on this. Just attack his weapons and hope for a good double hit on that and disable the missile launcher. If I disable the missile launcher, I'm okay. These automated drones don't have very good repair again, so there goes my shields. So I just have to disable both their weapons now, otherwise I'm in a little bit of trouble. Fortunately, his laser's still not firing. They made a hole in my door room. That's unfortunate. But now that the weapons are dealt with, I can move on to their shields. And everything should be relatively okay. Gonna get these two in here. Turn on my medical bay. There's no oxygen in there, so they're losing health pretty quickly. They got the hole fixed, so that's fine. Once the hole's fixed, the air will get back in the room, and I can go fix my doors. Oh, I need to go take out those weapons again. They do repair, it's just a very slow process. And next volley will kill it, so that's not too bad. My ship's pretty banged up at this point in time. I should probably get to a store and repair, but we'll have to see what I can do here. Absolutely nothing in there, drat. Okay, perfect, and now I head straight to the exit. Here I can buy a little bit of fuel. I've got a lot of fuel, so I don't need to buy any right now. Usually I find myself running out of that stuff, but that's fine. I could go to a pirate-controlled sector or a rock-controlled sector. Both of these options seem pretty average. I think I'll head to the rock-controlled sector just in case. I've got a rock crew member, so sometimes you'll have options for him to talk to them. Right away, there's a distress beacon. I'll head to that, see what they want. I can help this guy. I'll take a little bit of damage if I fail this one, but let's try and help. No, I lost a little bit of hit points, and or no, they just got destroyed and I got a little bit of scrap, so. Both the stores are right down here. That's a little bit unfortunate, but let me get something. I've got 168 scrap. That's a lot, so let's see what I can buy here. Let's see. They're selling a burst laser 1 and a breach missile system. Breach missiles are pretty powerful. They're a pretty good system to have. They deal 4 damage per shot, and they've got a high chance of causing a hole. They've also got drone control, and they've got cloaking. Let's see what I've got. I've got a burst laser 2, an Artemis, and of course my hull beam. Burst laser Mark 1 isn't too bad to have. It fires 2 shots and requires 2 power. That was the problem. I'm gonna fix all my damage first. I'm going to get the breach missile launcher, sell my Artemis, and move that there. I'm going to sell my hull beam. I'm going to buy the burst laser, and that'll be everything, I think. Now, the rest I'm going to go into ship. I'm going to buy, where is that? 1 weapons, and that'll be it. Now I can activate both of these burst lasers when I've got my medbay deactivated. Or I should be able to. Oh no, wait, I also have to disable one of these, which is fine. Now, I can go to this other store, let's see what they've got. It doesn't look like they've got anything I can really afford, and doesn't look like they've got anything I'm that interested in, so I'm going to skip that. Rebels are closing in fairly quickly, but I do need to start adventuring around a little bit, so I'll hit up here and then swoop back around. A rock ship. Okay, so this will be my new strategy here. They've got a heavy laser and a bomb, so I don't need to worry too much about the damage they can provide because they're not going to be doing much. My burst laser 1 will charge up a little bit faster, so what I want to do is time it so that they fire at approximately the same time. There we go. And that's good damage. Switch around these since the shields are still pretty healthy. I just want to keep their weapons disabled. They're trying to surrender. They're giving me a lot of missiles. That is a lot of missiles. I want the scrap though, so I'm going to not accept surrender. When someone surrenders, they can offer you a lot of missiles and fuel and drone parts, but sometimes they don't offer you as much scrap as they would otherwise give you if you destroyed them. It's a bit of a gamble, but here you can see it paid off. I got almost twice as much scrap. I only got 1 missile, 1 fuel though, so that's the trade-off. Going to jump up here, so I want to sprint away from that rebel fleet just a little bit. And once again, into the asteroid belt. Seems to be the story of my life here. Okay, once again, shields and weapons. Actually, this I need to hold on to it for a little bit of time here. Oh right, I'm in an asteroid field, so pretty good odds that they're just not going to have shields when I fire. He is going to get his shots off before me, which could potentially suck. Boom. Absolutely no damage. Perfect. Now, I'm going to swap these up actually. That. There we go. And now all his systems are disabled pretty much, and this will be an easy fight. As I said before, relaxing. This is a very relaxing game. I turned off auto fire somehow. Turn that back on. Some people say not to use auto fire. I use it just because I sometimes forget to click on the buttons in time. In general, I'm manually auto firing anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Already back up to 87 scrap. Pretty good. Ready to make another jump. No repairs to make in the asteroid field this time. So let's get over here and see what's going on. Hopefully there won't be any more asteroid fields, solar flares, or any of that nonsense. And none of that. Excellent. Look for my burst laser Mark II on their weapons, and hold this until the last second. Holding it at the last second makes sure that their shields won't recharge before your other gun fires, so it's a good system to use. They've made a nice little hole. Hopefully the Rockman will be able to fix it. I'm gonna get shields over there since their weapons are disabled. Going to switch up my lasers again, so I'm damaging the right systems. My Rockman got a little bit injured from that hit, but everything seems to be relatively okay. And at this point, my opponent's just really screwed again. This is a very efficient way to take out enemies, to take out their weapons and their shields. It's the easiest way. If your opponent did that to you, you'd basically be utterly screwed. I'm going to upgrade my ship now, just a little bit. I could get an extra point in missiles, and I could get some more bars of power, but what I'm going to do is upgrade my shields a little bit, and get 2 more bars of power. That way I can upgrade my shields. There we go. I can screw around a little bit below here. Let's see how things go out. I don't want to go to the exit too quickly, so I won't. Alright, so this is another basic rock ship. This one's got a weak missile and a very weak gun, so let's focus everything on their weapons this time. And don't really have to worry about timing this one. I think that the Burst Laser 1 and the Burst Laser 2 have similar timing, so I don't have to worry too much about microing them. But let's give it a... Yeah, there go all their weapons. Keep that on there. And since I don't need to dodge for a little while, it's getting me back on repair crew. Ooh, they've given me another Burst Laser Mark II. That is really, really good. Okay, so I'm going to take that off for now. I'm going to turn on my Burst Laser Mark II. So now I have 2 of these, so it's 6 shots in a volley. Really, really good. Once I've got this camera repaired, I'll get back on the helm. There we go. And head out for the Great Beyond. I think I can make it to here, and then probably just go straight to the exit from there, but I might be able to get around to that last one on the far right. We'll have to find out. Hello, travelers, you seem to be... This is an offer. Their friends are pirates. Okay. Well, I'm supposed to go stop their friends from being pirates. The easiest way to dissuade them is by blowing up as much of their ship as possible without actually blowing up their ship. So that is what I'm going to get up to. These guys have got a teleporter, so they're going to try and teleport on board my ship somewhere. What I'm going to do, so, is open up a lot of doors. Get most of my crew back here. And this will force them to fight me in my med bay. And the reason that's a good thing is that my troops are very hard to kill in the med bay. Rockman heading over to there. Switch my burst lasers over to shields. Let them live, have them return to the settlement. Burst Laser Mark III. Close all the doors, and I should be okay. Turn that off for now, get the repair bay on, or get the health on. That'll be good enough. So I've got a lot of burst lasers, and that's really good. Burst lasers are an excellent weapon. So let's see how this all works out. Turn that off, turn that back on. I'm going to probably need a little bit more power to operate the level 3 burst laser, I'm assuming. Yeah, it requires 4 power, so I'll leave that off for now. But I've got pretty good volley if I actually just use pure lasers, which is pretty scary. It lets you do a lot of damage without having to use up your missiles. And they're usually pretty fast charging as well, so here we'll have to just see how this goes out. Getting all my crew back into place. And I think I'm going to call it here for now.